Hello and welcome back for another week in Gospel First. I'm your host, Joe Cirillo, and we've now hit our halfway point in our 26-week study of the New Testament. And today we're going to be focusing on Matthew chapter 28, verses 1 to 10. Now, have you ever had a moment where everything felt lost and then suddenly everything changed? I remember standing in a hospital hallway years ago, waiting for news on my mother that could go either way. My heart was heavy. I was preparing for the worst. And then the doctor came out and said, she's going to be okay. That moment shifted everything. Now imagine something infinitely greater, a sealed tomb, a lifeless Savior, and then the greatest reversal in history. So let's begin. We start this lesson in Matthew chapter 28, verses 5 to 6, where Jesus says, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He's not here. He's risen, just as he said." Now put yourself there. It's early morning, still quiet, still heavy with grief. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary are not expecting a miracle. They're coming to finish a burial. Now they expected death, but they encountered resurrection. And the angel says something that changes everything. He's not here. Now that statement is not just about location, it is a declaration that death no longer has the final word. There are three things that took place. Jesus truly died, which is confirmed by all four Gospels. He was buried and placed in the sealed tomb, and now the tomb is empty. Now this explanation is not removal, but resurrection. Now, this aligns with a consistent testimony across Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This is the foundation of Christianity. Now, let me make this real. There was a time in my life when I felt buried emotionally, not physically, but spiritually. I remember waking up one morning feeling like I had nothing left in me. No direction, no clarity, just the weight of everything. And in that quiet moment, I felt a simple impression. You're not done. I'm still with you. Now, it didn't remove the problem instantly, but it removed the finality. Now, that is what the resurrection does. It tells you that your story is not over, your failure are not final, and your pain is not permanent. So let me ask you this. What tomb are you standing outside of right now? Is it a relationship, a regret, a fear about your future? So listen carefully. He's not here. He is risen. So this means that hope is alive, grace is active, and Christ is present. Now there's a reason that first witnesses were women in a culture that often dismissed their testimony. God chose them anyway. Why? Because the resurrection is not about status. It's about love reaching people first. The very first message of Easter was carried by those the world overlooked. And maybe that includes you. Well, that's it for another day. Thank you for staying faithful to the journey. May the Spirit continue to fill your heart and draw you closer to Jesus Christ. If your heart feels even a gentle nudge, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share so that we can spread the gospel of Jesus Christ together. And I'll see you next time as we continue our studies in the book of Luke, chapter 24, verses 13 to 32. Until then, God bless.